Welcome to The Explainer. Hey, all you writers and storytellers out there. Today we are breaking down a character trope that, we've all seen, the loud one. But what's really going on behind all that yelling? And, maybe more importantly for us, how can you actually use that character to make your story better? Let's dive in. All right, let's picture this. You've definitely seen this scene play out a million times. You've got one person just shouting, totally dominating the whole conversation. But here's the thing. If you actually listen to what they're saying, a lot of the time it's just nothing. It's basically meaningless. The substance just isn't there. So the real message, the real story, isn't in their words at all. It's all in the volume.
So this gets you thinking, right? Especially as a writer, what is the point of a character who just yells? I mean, why are they cranking up the volume instead of, making a better argument? And believe me, the answer is way more interesting than just, oh, they're angry. There's a lot more going on under the hood. Okay, so first things first, let's really break this character down. Put them under the microscope. We need to figure out their identity. This is a trope you see everywhere, from super serious dramas to your favorite comedy. And once you get their DNA, that's when you can start using them in a really powerful way in your own stories. And check this out. Here's a really interesting little detail. These characters, they almost always blow up over something completely trivial. It's like their whole philosophy is the loudest person wins. So they just try to bulldoze everyone with pure noise, even when what they're fighting about is, honestly, kind of ridiculous. So here's the big twist. All that noise, it's not strength. It's not confidence. Nope, it is the absolute opposite. And now we're going to peel back the curtain and really look at the psychology, what's actually driving this person to be so loud. Okay, so it all comes down to this. Their loudness is a defense mechanism. At their core, these characters are dealing with this deep, nagging anxiety that they just have no idea how to handle. So what do? They project it. They blast it outward. All that yelling, it's not really aimed at you. It's for them. It's this desperate way to try and shout down the chaos inside their own head. And this table just lays it out so perfectly. What we see on the surface, all that threat and dominance, what's really going on is deep anxiety. What looks like confidence, it's actually just covering up the fact that their argument has no logic to it. And all that aggression, yeah, it's just a defense mechanism. It's a shield, and that's it. So, okay, this is the really important part for all you writers. How do you take this psychological quirk and turn it into a powerful tool for your story? How do you use this super insecure character to make your hero and your plot even stronger? And it's actually pretty straightforward, like a 4-step recipe. Step 1, start them off with an argument that just doesn't make any sense. Step 2, when they get backed into a logical corner, their only way out is to get loud. Now here's the key part, step 3. Your hero responds with, basic politeness. And this is where the loud character just completely misreads it. They see that courtesy and think it's weakness. They think they're winning. So what do? Step 4, they get even louder. And this right here, this is the secret sauce for making the audience dislike them. I mean, they can't even recognize basic respect. It shows this deep, selfish core. It's like they're breaking a fundamental social rule, and that's what makes us, the audience, immediately start rooting against them, and of course, rooting for our protagonist. Okay, let's talk about the payoff, because a character like this isn't just a random obstacle you throw in. No way. They are the perfect setup for a huge emotional release for your audience. Their downfall, when it comes, serves a much, much bigger purpose in the story. See, as the writer, you're building this really clear logic. This kind of behavior, it's just not sustainable. You can't go through life like that. A person who operates on pure, loud insecurity is just destined to fail. And that's why their downfall feels so earned. It's not just bad luck. It is a direct result of their own actions, completely self-inflicted. And this chart just breaks down that chain reaction perfectly. The character threatens and yells, which leads to their own tragic end, which, for the audience, creates catharsis. That feeling of, yes, justice. And then you have their rude and selfish actions, which lead to their miserable downfall, which has this amazing bonus effect of making us feel even more sympathy for our hero. It's a win-win for the story. Okay, let's wrap this all up. To make this super practical for you and your next script, here's a quick checklist. Think of it as a guide for when you're creating your own loud, insecure villain. Just ask yourself these questions. Is their argument fundamentally flawed? Is shouting their go-to defense? This is a big one. Do they mistake politeness for weakness? Does their downfall feel totally earned and inevitable? And finally, does their terrible behavior make your protagonist look even better? If you can say yes to all of these, you've got yourself a really effective character. And that's really the final thought to leave you with. When you use this kind of character, you get to play with this really powerful idea that true strength is often quiet. You know, the most noise often comes from the emptiest places. So take a look at your own story and ask yourself, who is the loudest character? And could they actually be the weakest?